So if you saw the Business of Deep Game talk that I gave at Wilfrid Laurier University Business School recently, there was a student that came up to me. I've got a golden retriever jumping on me right here. I'll see if I can still film this for you. Harvey, relax. Okay. There was a student that came up to me after that talk who asked about how I stayed disciplined to produce all of this work, right? The deep game talks, build the original Elite Guard training business, and so on, all of the work that I've done. Like, how was it that I stayed so disciplined? And I told him something that is, it's going to be kind of a hard truth about discipline, and the honest truth about discipline, in that you really shouldn't need it. Okay. I know a lot is made in athletic circles online from experts and so on. There's like the Jocko Willinks of the world who say that like you really need to strengthen discipline and constantly be disciplining yourself to do what needs to be done. And that's true to a degree. There are times when we need to develop the discipline muscle and force ourselves to do what feels most right to do. However, if you're constantly needing to talk yourself into doing the work, you're probably doing the wrong work in the first place. And that's what I told this player. I said, find the thing that doesn't require discipline to do all the time. And I bring this up right now because I got in bed last night, I think around like 10 p.m. or something, and I was so inspired by some of the deep game projects that I'm working on currently that I could not fall asleep for the life of me. I think I nodded off very briefly around like 11 p.m. and then I woke right back up and was awake till 3. And then I fell back asleep from 3 till like 6. And then at 6 o'clock without an alarm, I just like leapt out of bed and ran straight to work and could not wait to get started. And that didn't require any discipline whatsoever. And even in the morning, like at 6 a.m., it's kind of, the weather's turning, so it's getting kind of cold here. And I took a freezing cold shower first thing in the morning on almost no sleep because I knew that it was going to basically kickstart my mind and improve the quality of the deep game work that I was about to do. But that didn't take any convincing. I wanted so badly to do that work to the best of my ability that the cold shower was like nothing at all, no sacrifice. Even though physically maybe I was uncomfortable, I didn't want to do it on one level. On a higher level, it was like no negotiation, no problem whatsoever. Just jumped in, did the shower, jumped out, and got right to work with no discipline required whatsoever. And so we will be talking about discipline in future notes. I'm planning a full-length talk on building and developing discipline, but the deeper truth to discipline is that if you're constantly needing to force yourself to do the work, you're probably doing the wrong work in the first place. And my wish for you is that you find a path in your life that doesn't require forcing discipline all the time. Yes, there's some days when you wake up and it's like, I don't really want to do it, but I know I need to, and you go and do it. And that is when discipline is useful, but it shouldn't be an all the time thing. Otherwise, you're probably walking the wrong path in life. And so this is, well, let's wrap this up with an example from the most disciplined player, I think, in the history of basketball, which is Kobe Bryant, right? I don't think many people would debate that. And Kobe was asked this question over and over and over again. And I think this was in his interview at USC, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. But anyway, he was asked about like, how did you cultivate this unbreakable discipline and iron will for yourself in your career? Like, how did you work so hard? And he just said, it doesn't really feel like work. Honestly, if you constantly need to be talking yourself into doing the work, you probably need to find a new occupation. And he just said that straight up to the crowd. So that was Kobe's true secret to discipline. It was love of the game fueling it. And when your love of your craft and of your path in life is stronger than any discomfort that comes from getting up and doing the work, then doing the work is going to be no problem at all. All right. So that's my wish for you, is that if if there's one thing I can give you honestly in this deep game work, it's tools to discovering what you're truly born to do in this world. And once you discover that, discipline kind of, for the most part, becomes irrelevant. I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, it's like no longer really needed. And as I said, I know I keep repeating this, but yes, sometimes, of course, you are going to need to apply a little bit of discipline, a little bit of strength. But when you're doing the right thing, it more often than not, it happens effortlessly. Okay, so I am just getting some early morning sunlight here. I just finished a few hours of work. This is like one of the best things that you can do. I'm kind of on this Andrew Huberman kick right now, and like his number one piece of advice is to get sunlight in your eyes as early in the morning as you can. And since I didn't sleep a whole lot, now that the sun is like peeking up over that house over there, first thing, I'm getting that sunlight in my eyes. And you would be shocked at what this does for your dopamine system, for your mood, for your energy. One of the recommendations I'll leave you with here is that after you wake up, as soon as the sun comes up, get like 5 minutes of sunlight coming into your eyes. And obviously don't look directly at the sun. It should be indirect for the most part. We don't want to burn our retinas out, but this really does help. So anyway, I'm signing off. I'm gonna let this guy, where is he, Harvey? Let this guy come inside, and see you in the next one. Take care. Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, the best thing to do right now while it's fresh in your mind is to head over to deepgame.com and join us in our free masterclass. Now, this is where you'll learn all 8 laws of the deep game and all of the fundamentals that you need to know about the part of basketball that's played with the mind. We've had players call this the best hour of basketball learning of their lives, and it's completely free right now. So head over to deepgame.com to join us, and I will see you there.